News at 4, ABC 10 News at 5 starts right now.
An emotional day in court for a young girl who witnessed a deadly shooting at a local church's chicken. The frightening scene that she says unfolded just feet away from her. Plus, a CDC panel says there is a likely link between rare heart inflammation in young people and COVID vaccinations. The next steps that will be taken. And hear from the man who brought tortillas to a high school basketball game that ended up being thrown at players on the losing team. He explains why he did it.
ABC 10 News starts now with breaking news.
That breaking news, we are continuing to monitor a growing fire in the far north county. About 125 acres have burned so far in the Palo Mesa fire, and firefighters say the flames are moving at a dangerous rate of spread with no containment at this point. Good evening. I'm Steve Atkinson.
And I'm Lindsay Pena. Now, this is breaking news that we've been following for the last 60 minutes. That fire is burning a mile west of the Palo Casino Spa and Resort. Evacuation warnings are in place and Highway 76 is closed in that area. We will, of course, continue to monitor any developments on this breaking story and bring you any new information as it becomes available. And firefighters made quick work of another brush fire in Mesa that was threatening homes along a canyon. ABC 10 News reporter Anthony Pura is joining us with these breaking details. Anthony.
And it took firefighters about an hour to get this fire under control. You can see these townhomes here. This is off Black Mountain Road and Mercy Road in Mesa. And I want to show you just how close the fire got. You can see the burn marks here on this hill. We're about 100 feet or so from where those burn marks are. You can see firefighters are there mopping up right now after this fire. You can also see that there are homes on top of this hill. So firefighters had their hands full battling this fire from two sides. Now I want to show you some video taken earlier today. This is what it looked like from the air. A Sky 10 flew over the area shortly after those flames broke out. Firefighters had 2 helicopters in the air doing water drops to get that fire under control. People living nearby described seeing the fire grow quickly. We spoke with someone who said that they started getting their things together, fearing the worst.
Thinking about, are we going to have to evacuate? You know, that was the main thing, is safety, making sure that we were going to get out of here in time.
And this is what that fire looked like from the ground, what nearby residents were seeing. Firefighters got it under control shortly after 3 o'clock. No injuries, no homes damaged, and no evacuations. Back out here live, you can see firefighters still mopping up. They're expected to be here for firefighters telling us that this is a good reminder. This should serve as a good reminder to homeowners to have defensible space ready and to have an evacuation plan in place. We're reporting live tonight. Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
It is just about 365 year-round now, too, Anthony. Thank you. And it's hard to believe, but we saw some scattered showers this morning across San Diego County. Our ABC 10 News meteorologist, Leah Pizzetti, is joining us with a look at the conditions right now. We are in a far different place, Leah.
Yeah, I do want to show you some of our rain totals that we did see today. And keep in mind, these are so minimal. This area that we're talking about right now with this Palo fire, it 1/100th of an inch is what they got. So yes, we did see a little bit of rain. I know it's a confusing thing to think about, but it's not doing anything in the grand scheme of things. We have extremely dry conditions. Our winter was so dry. Humidity, not too bad right now. I do want to also say we did just get an update. I just got a tweet just a moment ago. This fire is now 260 acres, a 0% containment. So this fire is growing right now. But as we heard a little bit ago from our firefighters, it's not necessarily because of conditions right now. It's because of the rugged terrain that they're battling. Winds are not too bad right now in that region. We're talking 10, 15 miles per hour. Could see gusts up to 20 miles per hour, but across the board, winds are not too bad right now. Temperatures actually fairly mild. These are cooler temperatures than what we've been seeing really the past week or so. We're on a kind of a cooling trend right now for the next couple of days. So up north near Fallbrook, we're looking at about 79 for our temperature right now, 79 degrees. So thankfully, conditions are not too bad, but like I said, these extremely dry conditions are not great for firefighters. That has been building for the past few months. Coming up, though, we're talking more about our forecast and these warm temperatures that will be returning in the next few days.
Dry, hot, and rugged for those firefighters out there. Leah, thank you. And you can keep track of the changing weather conditions and the fires burning in the county by downloading our free mobile app. Just go to the App Store and search 10 News.
I was just holding her because I thought she was dead.
Emotional memories today for a mother and daughter as they remembered witnessing a deadly shooting at a South Bay restaurant. It happened nearly 2 years ago at a Church's Chicken in Otay Mesa. ABC 10 News reporter Jeff Lasky joins us live from court. And Jeff, there was a 12-year-old girl inside Church's that day.
Lindsay, she's 14 now and understandably was very nervous and scared to be in court just a few feet away from the accused killer. And her mother was in tears, remembering how scared she was, fearing her daughter had been killed.
Just remember hearing the noise, and when I looked up, he had a gun in his hand.
That woman was one of the witnesses called to the stand today at the preliminary trial for Albert Blake. She and her 12-year-old daughter had stopped at Church's Chicken that day to grab food on the way to soccer practice. She stayed in the car while her daughter went in to order. The daughter was waiting for the food when she saw a man come in and go to the counter.
What happened when you looked up?
I saw him pull it out and start shooting.
She said she saw the man fire at one male employee, then turn and fire at others. At that point, she dropped to the ground. Her mother was still outside in the car.
I heard gunshots, and I looked up and I didn't see my daughter no more.
What she says she did see is the gunman calmly walk outside, get in a car, and drive off. Prosecutors say Blake had gone into the Church's a few minutes earlier and tried to use a phony bill to pay. The staff wouldn't take it. Prosecutors say he came back and opened fire. After the killer left, the woman said her daughter ran out. They called 911, and because she works in the medical field, she went inside to see if she could help.
And there was just blood everywhere. And I said, "Is everyone okay?" And I just heard like a bunch of people moaning, and somebody said no.
One employee, Maribel Ibanez, had been killed. 2 others were also shot. Through most of the hearing, Blake looked down towards his notes, but at one point, he was asked to remove his mask so the witness could identify him.
Ms. Martinez, do you recognize that person?
I do.
How do you recognize him?
I remember him.
Now, the defense asked both witnesses if they could remember the particular facial features of the gunman. Neither did, just that he was wearing sunglasses, a hoodie, and a Chargers beanie. The hearing will continue tomorrow. At the end, the judge will decide if there's enough evidence for a trial. Live in Chula Vista, Jeff Lasky, ABC 10 News.
Jeff, thank you. Now to coronavirus, an update. The CDC says several hundred cases of a rare heart condition are likely linked to the COVID vaccine, particularly in young people. But health experts say there is no reason to panic. Our ABC 10 News anchor Derek Stahl is going in depth to explain why doctors are urging all parents to vaccinate their kids.
The FDA plans to add a new warning label to the COVID vaccines, cautioning people to watch out for signs of a rare heart problem called myocarditis, particularly in teens and adults under 30.
Myocarditis is inflammation of the heart muscle, and the best way to think about it is that your heart actually has several layers, and myocarditis means that there's inflammation of the middle layer.
Dr. Abby Olalade says the warning may sound scary, but you need to keep this in mind.
The majority of cases are actually mild, and most people get better. And even when they need treatment, they are very responsive to the treatment.
She and the nation's top health officials agree the vaccines pose a much smaller risk than COVID itself. The virus can also trigger this same type of heart issue with even more severe effects.
I'm heartbroken. I'm in a million pieces right now.
In September, a 29-year-old San Diegan named Cassie Martinez died from myocarditis caused by a COVID infection. There have been no confirmed deaths from myocarditis after vaccination. As of mid-June, more than 300 million COVID shots have been administered, and the CDC announced Wednesday it's investigating 1,226 preliminary reports of this heart inflammation.
Most of these reports are occurring in individuals in their late teens and early 20s.
The CDC's latest data shows most cases have been in boys and young men aged 12 to 24, but it's still exceedingly rare. In that group, there have been about 50 to 60 reports of heart inflammation out of every million doses. People typically start feeling symptoms about 3 to 4 days after the second dose.
Chest pain and the sensation of the heart beating very fast, or palpitations, shortness of breath, fever in some cases, and fatigue. Any of those, if they're happening, you definitely want to seek urgent medical attention immediately.
The CDC examined hundreds of cases in detail and found 91% of the young people were treated in the hospital and released. Only 9 people remain hospitalized. The long-term effects, though, are still unknown, particularly for young athletes.
Exercise actually makes it worse. And that could be because there's a predisposition to get in an abnormal heart rhythm, arrhythmia, which essentially worsens the underlying process.
If a kid develops myocarditis, the American College of Cardiology recommends keeping them out of sports and vigorous exercise for 3 to 6 months. Derek Stahl, ABC 10 News.
Other vaccines have been linked to myocarditis, including the smallpox and the tetanus shot. Doctors are not sure why it's more prevalent in boys than girls, but with the virus continuing to circulate now, they say it is important as ever to get your kids vaccinated. The California vaccine lottery program appeared to have an impact on the number of people getting the shot. We're taking an in-depth look at the uptick in vaccines during that time. The $116 million incentive program was unveiled on May 27th. The following week, about 121,000 shots were given per day. The week after, June 3rd to the 9th, 161,000 shots were administered daily, an increase of 33%. That jump coincides with the incentive program, of course. Political opponents say the lottery was a way for Governor Newsom to distract from the recall, but Newsom says the numbers show the program is getting more shots in arms. We also reached out to the San Diego County leaders to see if there was an increase in shots during that time. We are waiting to hear back from them.
The man who brought tortillas to a high school basketball game that ended up being thrown at players on the losing team is telling his side of the story. Those tortillas were thrown at players from Orange Glen High School after they lost to Coronado High School. ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala is joining us live from Coronado High. And Mimi, the man told you that it was supposed to be a celebratory action.
Yeah, Lindsay, he tells me that throwing tortillas was a tradition at his alma mater, UCSB. He tells me he believes that the coach was wrongly fired and deserves his job back.
What the heck? Freaking tortillas?
For the first time, we're learning more about the man who brought the tortillas to a Coronado High versus Orange Glen High basketball championship game Saturday night. Those tortillas were later thrown at the mostly Latino Orange Glen team, sparking outrage. Luke Cerna declined to do a formal interview, but responded to questions through text messages. Cerna tells me he graduated from Coronado High in 1999 and went to UC Santa Barbara, where tortilla tossing is a tradition. He brought the tortillas to the game and tells me, "Yes, I handed out the tortillas myself before the game. I indicated that they were strictly for use if the team won. I never said anything about flinging them at the other team to either the bench players or the cheerleaders." The Coronado Unified School District Board voted 5-0 to fire Coronado's head basketball coach J.D. LaPerry Tuesday after that heated incident. In a lengthier Q&A session with the Coronado Times, Cerna, who says he's half Mexican, added that LaPerry knew he brought the tortillas and that the two knew each other in Santa Barbara, adding, "He knew as well as me that its intent was to be celebratory." Cerna told the Coronado Times that he had no knowledge that Orange Glen High School was predominantly Hispanic, saying if it had been La Jolla, Bishops, Mission Bay High, or any other team, he would have still brought the tortillas. Cerna tells me he believes Coach LaPerry was unfairly fired, and "My concern right now is with Coronado's administration and school board, who colluded together to make JD the scapegoat so they wouldn't have to truly investigate and learn about what really happened at the end of this game. JD deserves to have his coaching job back." Now, we did reach out to the Coronado Unified School District for the response to what Cerna had to say, but they told me they could not comment on confidential personnel matters. We're live in Coronado. Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
Thank you, Mimi. Naval Base San Diego was flooded today after a series of water main breaks. Officials tweeted they were responding around 11:45 this morning. They said the incident could impact traffic on the base and Harbor Drive. Gate 7 was closed until further notice, and people were encouraged to avoid the flooded areas. Around 1:40, base officials said Gate 9 had reopened.